Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday the 17th. Oh boy, I wish it was Friday already, don't you? Well, here's some good news. So, today, as this podcast is going out, I'll be reading some suggestions that a lot of people have been telling me, and some suggestions that I pretty much wanted to talk about myself. Before we start, please send me suggestions. Message me on Instagram and Snapchat, I guess, because those are like the main social media outlets. Also, when you go to my website, there is a Google form that I need all of my listeners and all my followers and all my friends to take, because I need to get to 100 responses, and if about 200. Now, I know that kind of seems like a lot, but it's a lot, I guess. But yeah, 100 to about 200 responses. Thank you. Also, spread the word. So without further ado, let's get into some of the one suggestion that someone told me. One of my friends told me to talk about Vape Nation and what I think about it. Well, just before, I looked it up, and basically what vape, because I never had any recollection of what it was. I think that this is right. Vape Nation is like a YouTube channel about a guy going into vape stores and blowing the fattest cloud. How do I feel about that? Well, for one, it doesn't really make much sense as a YouTube channel. Hey, freedom of speech, freedom of, whatever this guy wants to do. Amen to that. I have no bias to what this guy's doing as far as him just going in and blowing a puff of smoke, but my main thing is I don't like e-cigarettes, and I don't like vaping in general. That's the thing. I think a lot of people are getting hurt by it, and I think a lot of harm is being done, because I was just looking up that some of the explosions, the guy had the vape in his mouth. A Florida man was vaping, and he shot when he put the vape in his mouth, the thing exploded, and the battery went down his throat, and it exploded inside his throat, and he was put into a coma. Another instance of a kid in school, a friend sitting next to him in the classroom, he was vaping, thing explodes. The kid who wasn't vaping was seriously injured from the side of his face. When I was watching the video, the kid had bandages. He almost looked like half a mummy. And then the kid who was vaping goes, "Oh damn, I burned a hole in my jacket." And the kid goes, "Shut up, or I'm gonna punch you." To me that's not right. Again, there were a few instances where it was happening in my school, and now that this news of it exploding and it of harming people is coming to light, it's dangerous. Besides the explosions, the stuff that's in the vape juice itself, there's stuff like you guys do the research, and you guys look it up, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to inform my peers, and that's why I also need you guys to do the Google form, because I'm trying to settle a bet and say, hey, kids actually do want to hear me. Kids actually think that what I have to say is perfectly reasonable. All I'm doing is what I'm doing basically is just informing you guys, my teen peers, on the dangers. But to recap on that, Vape Nation, it's a YouTube channel about a guy vaping and blowing fat clouds. That's basically it. Next suggestion. The next 5 suggestions are from me, and then you got like a little thing I want to talk about after. But next one. In my gym class, I kind of find this reoccurring theme in my entire life, that the kids who do you probably know this as someone, these kids who always do too much or always playing, they're the ones that they exercise and they drink the protein shakes and they try to be the healthiest they can be, but in the end all they're doing is making it hard for those of us who don't play the sports, or those of us who don't, do well in gym class, and it's kind of unfair, the fact that, like, you got one guy over here who exercises like crazy and does all the exercises and stuff, and then you got the other guy who, he's pretty healthy, I would say, and then you got the people that don't want to play, the people that don't want to do anything, and it's kind of unfair because you got one team that's full of all, like, the kids that pay attention and they do all this stuff, and then you got the other team, the kids that don't care. I'm on the kids that don't care team because, to me, I think they make too much of a fuss about it. It's just high school gym class. It's not the end of the world if you don't make the touchdown when we're playing in the football, when we're doing the football unit, or if I don't catch the frisbee in the frisbee unit, or if I don't kick the ball long enough in the soccer unit. I don't think gym class should be measured on if you can do this well. I think gym class should be measured on what you're not, if it should be measured on you doing something, you moving your body, whether that be walking the track, whether that be doing jumping jacks, or whether actually playing. Because I would kill to have, I would do anything for it to have me walk the track and listen to my music. Because to me, to be personally honest, I don't like gym. I just don't. Enough about that. Next one. Foot traffic problems in the hallway. Now, this is another one of mine, because I keep noticing it and a lot of people complain about it. And the main point of this is, the hallways in my school are small. A lot of people will know that, and a lot of people don't know which way to go in said small hallway, because you got kids going one way and you got kids going another way, and then when one flow of traffic is stopped, it's a mess. I feel like we're packed into a sardine can. It's sad. It's sad, and no wonder around the same time every year everyone gets sick, because we're all packed in there. We're all scrunched up together. It's ridiculous. To me, I think they need to have someone regulate the flow of traffic in the hallway, so that way we can get to our classes on time and have everything run neat and orderly. So that way we're not tripping, or that way if someone falls, they're not getting trampled over by all the kids running to their class. Because, another thing, they need to give us more time to get to class, because it's huge. And for those of you who have to carry just about ungodly amounts of your entire locker with you, I feel bad for you, because that should not have to happen. You should get the time you need. It's, I've had that problem too, and I've never experienced being late to any of my classes because of that, or I've never experienced being late to my bus or being late in class, and that's another thing. Every morning, I'm back in the beginning of the year, I was always late to my class because of traffic, whether it be regular car traffic or regular foot traffic. There needs to be a solution to that one. And last but not least, school lunch. Now, this isn't going to go into the debate of, look, I like all staff at my school. I respect them. I put the utmost respect for my staff. Whether that be administrative, whether that be teachers, whether that be the lunch ladies, whether that be the janitors, whether that be the subs, whether that be the paraprofessionals, I respect everybody at my school. But when I walk in there and when I give these guys $6 and say, "Hey, can I have a hot meal, please?" What I'm left with is something that doesn't resemble, there's not a lot of options, because you kind of, over the span of the week, you kind of get burnt out on lunch, and the same vice versa with going over at bringing a pack lunch, you get burnt out. You get burnt out on the sandwiches. It's not right. But I had a meeting with someone, and they said to me that, if it's, and again, this is not a lunchroom person. This is like an administrator person, and they said, if it's cold, just ask them to take it back. Just ask them, hey, can you warm this up? And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna waste my time to go back and ask them to warm it up. I'm not gonna do that, because I have to wait through the line. I have to wait through the long lunch line. I gotta wait. So they're not only inconveniencing me to eat during my lunch, they're inconvenience me by having me get a healthy meal, or me get a meal at all, because it's crazy. And I wanted to, aside from the lunch, the lunch thing is done. That's done and over with. The vending machines at my school, they said, there's healthy choices. When did Mountain Dew become a healthy choice? It's ridiculous what this world is coming to. You have fights, you have wars, you have everybody arguing like, no, I'm right. Why can't it be, let's work to a peaceful agreement? Why can't it be that? But that's all I got. Thanks to everyone for supporting me, supporting my channel. Well, not my channel, but for supporting me in general. And thanks to everyone who's following me or being my friend on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever. I appreciate it. And to my 105 followers on Instagram, thank you. I was once going, a long time ago, I only had 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 followers at a time. Now I'm up to 100. That's the fastest I've ever gone. That's the fastest I've ever gone up in followers. And to those true people who support me and my ideas, thank you. But again, when you go to the website, check for the Google form link and get that filled out and sent and tell everybody. Spread that across all your friends into that. And if you need the link, just message me at my Instagram or my Facebook or my Twitter or whatever. Thank you all. See you around. And keep sending me the suggestions. I love it when you guys do that. Thank you.